Hello, hello. Hola, 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 ¿cómo están? Viri, acá andamos en la jungla. Acá andamos en la jungla. ¿Cómo están? Ya vente, ya pa' June. Ya pa' June ya se compró el boleto. But check this out. Check out my view. It's nice and sunny here. Hello, everyone. This is the back of the house. Yeah, this is a room right here. That's a little loft up there. Check it out. Those are our neighbors. They have plantation de... Sí, está bonito. Aquí estamos en el... Este es la jungla más grande, una de las más grandes, second largest forest in Kerala. Kerala is the coastal state of India. It's like kind of like the west coast of Cali. Así es aquí. Aquí está este cuarto, tiene esta vista hermosa y aquí he estado viviendo por ya voy para 5 meses. He estado viviendo aquí en la India por 5 meses y ya mero me voy. No sé si regrese, vamos a ver qué decida el universo. Ojalá y sí, porque siento que apenas estoy trabajando en mí. He trabajado en mí, pero no tan profundamente como he trabajado aquí. Y cuando digo trabajar es como trabajo interno de ir trascendiendo la mente para entrar al cuerpo. Y luego después trascender el cuerpo para entrar nomás al alma. Nomás ser siempre el alma. So just be your soul. We have that capacity, you guys. We have that capacity. No one's talking about this. But we can transcend all feelings, thoughts, and emotions so that we can live like a more fulfilled life. And not just a life that you are creating from your mind and from your thoughts. Like you're just imagining the kind of life you want to have. And it's not this life of riches or materialistic. It's more of a genuinely who you came here to be. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of life that everybody came here, that everybody deserves. A lot of people don't know this, but they're spending so much time and invested in other people, in their parents, in their kids, in their partner, and that's the wrong investment. The investment should always be within. Always. Every life takes care of itself. You don't have to take care of this. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry. That's why everybody is diverted from themselves, because they're investing time elsewhere. So when you come within, when you know how the mind is diverting you, then you can live a more fulfilled, peaceful life. That's what everybody's meant to live, is a peaceful, fulfilled life. It's not about the materials. It's not about what society says you should live and what you should have. There's a blueprint for life. And everybody has that power within to live a peaceful, fulfilled life in harmony, consistently. It's not un día sí, un día no. No, you live in harmony consistently all your life. We have that capacity. Know that you have that capacity. You guys have any questions for me? I've been out here 5 months. I live with Sebastian Ippen. He's a person that he doesn't call himself a guru. He doesn't call himself a teacher. He's a person that has just been basically going in within to know the capacity that we have as spiritual beings. So he's practiced. It's not breath work, it's expansion. So you expand your body consciously. So you expand. It's like an expansion of your body purposefully, and then you contract. So when you're contracting, it's like you're kind of inhaling in and you're contracting. That contraction that you're contracting is erasing memory from the body. So every time you're expanding the whole Mother Nature, the whole living thing and non-living things are always expanding. These walls, your surroundings are always expanding. You can bring them into your expansion. Everything can come into life. Everything can come into life. But we don't know this. So this person I met 3 years ago in this app called Clubhouse. Download it. It's pretty cool. And Clubhouse, there's people talking spirituality, any different topic that you want, globally, so from all over the world. So that's where I met Sebastian. And Sebastian was just talking freely in a room. He wasn't talking about any philosophy, any religion, anything. He was just talking about himself and how he has brought himself out of misery, basically. Depression, suicide, all these things. He, through expansion and contraction, it's not breath. Breath is happening normally. Expansion, you consciously expand your body. So consciously expand and contract. So you're expanding and contracting. So that's the pulse that nature is having continuously. Hey. So I'm talking about my experience here in India and why I came out here. So that's like the only practice. And he doesn't even call it a practice, you guys. That's what he does to heal himself, to keep him in the happening. So the happening is the present moment, right? The happening is continuously. We are happenings. We are happening continuously. The mind is what takes us to the past and future, right? So how can we manage the happening? We don't have to go out for anything. We don't have to attract anything. Everything that needs to come to us will come to us. However, you have to know how you're working. You have to know how you're vibrating, or else trash is going to come to us. And we know when it's trash. So when it's something that is vibrating high, that is coming to you, you'll know how to manage it beautifully. Why? Because you know yourself. You know who you are. You have that capacity. It's not about anything. So one thing that you can start doing is associating with others for nothing. Most of us were associating or are associating because you want something in return. The mind is continuously manipulating us without our awareness. Sometimes we're not even aware of how we're doing this, but we're manipulating, we're controlling, we're being possessive of people and things. So continuously becoming aware of how your mind is perpetuating everything, that's what we have to get to. So you could be the observer, like the witness of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are arising at every given moment, and you can watch that. And once you can you can master that. I know I'm talking a lot, but there's so much that we're such unlimited beings that we'll never get to know fully how we are created. But it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and the capacity that we hold within is fucking out of this world. the way things are manipulated outside of us. See, the mind works like this. The mind is only a perception of what's going on in your surrounding area. That's very limited. Okay, the mind can be aligned with body, and once the mind is aligned with body, because the body knows, the body is present always. The mind is the one that's creating bullshit stories and things that we don't. Manjit. I don't know this dude, but hello. So knowing how to master your mind is key. Is key on how we can have fulfilled relationship with ourselves, and then associating with others for no reason, for nothing, doing things for nothing, not because you're gonna gain this. You're gonna start to become aware of that. Is gonna give you the peace and fulfillment that we're all seeking. Nobody's seeking riches or materials or having this. Everything is perpetuated by the mind. Everybody's seeking self-love and harmony. That's it. Self-love and harmony. I can go on and on. But how's everyone doing? Thank you for the hearts. What's this? Pregunta, vine a vivir con una persona que es de aquí de la India y estamos otras 3 más personas, somos 4 en total. And we're here just to associate with one another, to know more about ourselves. It's not for any particular reason. We're not associating for a cause. We're not associating to gain anything, but to get to know ourselves better. That's it. That's why we're here, just to get to know ourselves better. So this person gives us like talks on his journey. Like there's nothing outside. Like everybody's talking about spirituality, but nobody's living spirituality. You can't read about it. You can't, it's not something outside of you. Spirituality is lived. You're spiritual because you're here. You're alive. So, one of the things that I didn't notice about myself that I was doing was how the mind is working so fast, faster than the speed of light. So you're responding, you're having reactions, you're responding so rapidly with the mind that you're not aware how fast it's like taking over your life. Basically, it's basically taking over your life. If you're not aware, you can become so aware of yourself that it's like, wow, like I didn't know. So what we're doing here is like it's not that we're calling each other out, but we're like, we notice it's the mind. That's the mind working. That's the mind working. So you're either living or you're thinking. That's how it's working here. And we're doing it in a way that is not to harm, not, we're not traumatizing anybody. It's more of like, how can we become more aware of how the mind is, we're living through the mind versus living life. And that's why all these stressors, all these things that you have to do, you don't have to do nothing, basically. You do what's required. What's required? Well, you eat, you sleep, you do your necessities, you drink water because you're thirsty. I never thought that I never thought that my destiny was going to be this way. I always thought that I had to be a high achiever. That was the expectation of working, being independent, whatever that means. And still to this day, I still fight to have that independence, but it's a made up independence. We're here to share with others. We're here to live and associate and relate with others. There's so much similarity versus difference. Um, the mind is continuous. If you're not aware of your mind, is continuously in a loop. You're continuously living in a fucking loop versus, fuck, I don't have to do nothing because life source is taking care of itself. There's nothing that you have created outside of you. There's nothing that you have created. Everything has been created for you. Everything, everything. Life, there's nothing that we require. No requiere nada de nosotros vivir. Todo está creado for like billions of years. Hello, 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 Jorge or George. I'm talking about my experience in India and just my reflections. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Also, like how our emotions, how we're saying certain vocabulary words like wow, ooh, exciting, how that is also perpetuating the mind. Being is just a state that's it's a consistent being. It's like in between happiness and contentment. So you're constantly in this peaceful, tranquil, harmonious life. Yeah, I'm still here in India. So it's this like harmonious state of being that is consistent, that we can keep that consistency. It's attainable. We have that capacity of consistency. But society tells you the reverse. Why? Because society wants to keep us, quieren lucrar de nosotros y ser esclavos porque alguien necesita hacer el trabajo. So when you truly become sincere with yourself of how you're truly made, God is within every each and every one of us. We're God-like material. Why are you right now in India? That's what I'm talking about. I came to live with 4 other people, just to live and associate with one another to get to know more of ourselves. So it's a spiritual path, I guess you can call it. Um, but where was I? Where was I, you guys? Yeah, society is always going to have these demands that are contrary to our our being. So that's like I never thought I was gonna the universe itself was going life is being sustained. When life wants to live and thrive, life will sustain itself. Okay, there's nothing that we have to do. Society input all these things that we have to do this, we have to do that. Bueno, poco a poco te vas dando cuenta when you slowly start to take away what you have in your plate, then you begin to realize, you begin to be more of yourself. That's how it started for me. Everybody has different requirements of how their life is built, and that they think that they have to take care of all these things, and in reality life is taking care of itself. It doesn't need your assistance, if that makes sense. Life is directly in a source where it's continuously you are downloading, you're receiving that source. It's continuously sustaining this life. But most of us think that we are creating this life where it's already been created for us. Let me know if I'm making sense, you guys. But it's getting hot out here. And down there is a little noisy because everyone is actively participating in their lives. Actually, being an active participant in their own life. That's what we want to get to, is to be actively participating in your own life versus in other people's lives. But let me show you my view. So even in relationships, like all my relationships, I've had many relationships, and the only common denominator was me. Why these relationships weren't sustaining? Because the false, all the masks I was wearing. It's like I probably had a boyfriend every other year, if not every other month. So the common denominator was me, you know? And I don't feel any shame in saying that, because that's how fucked up the mind is when you're not aware. That's how crazy it can take you when you're not aware of your own life. It's true. I mean, Beatty knows me for, I mean, I don't know, maybe 20 years. It's not that we're always blaming that the other person is the cause of our root of our problems. You know, it's always the person in the mirror. It's always the person in the mirror. And perhaps our ego won't let us. Even now, like I'm still struggling, like with accepting, like my ego wants to take control so bad. So even like del coraje, like I'll cry. But the people that are here have practiced this and can hold space for me to be who I am and to let go of this fake self and go deeper into your higher self. Yeah. Um, One of the ego, having the relationships with other men, and how that is a continuous cycle, and how they were wrong, I was always right. The family, how I think I have to take care of them, how I think it's all that you think. No, it's more of you have to know that life sustains itself. So if life sustains itself, they can take care of. Everybody is responsible for their own life. So most of us are in a loop, even with our own families. It's a mind game that's being played with our own families, that we have to do this, that we have to do that. And that's a big one for a lot of us, Latinas, Mexicanas, whatever you want to. And it's here in India too. It's everywhere. All of this is very helpful and eye-opening. Um, I'm gonna keep talking about this journey, because that's all I have to do. Like, there's nothing else that I can do but focus on my life. I left my job. I left everything for me. I left everything that I think that I possessed and I had, but everything was a mind game. Everything was something that I was creating with my mind. Life is going to give you what you're required and what you're able to manage. There's nothing. Now I know that there's nothing that you have to go out for and look for. There's nothing to seek but yourself. That's it. So whatever's required and you're able to manage, that's what you're gonna get. You want trash, you're vibrating trash, trash is gonna come to you. You're vibrating in harmony, harmony is gonna come to you, and you're gonna know the difference when you know yourself at a deeper level. So that's life's beautiful journey, is getting to know more about yourself, that you can transcend the mind, that you can transcend the body, so that you're just left with the soul, and you're living from a soulful place versus an imaginary place. Um, Expansion, contraction. So you expand your whole body. Like if you're in pain, like for like, I don't know, 6 months, my right, which is your feminine side, and your left is your male side. My feminine side, which was the relationship with my mother, like tenía hinchada la rodilla for like 6 months. It would go, it would kind of swell big, and then it would come back, and then it would swell again, and then it would come back. The relationship with our parents is huge, 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 because that's going to dictate the relationship that we have with others. So the relationship with your mama and papa is here in you. They're part of you, inside of you, not outside of you. So whatever it is that you have, any beef or whatever, fix it within you. If they're not here, you could still heal that. So whatever it, and a lot of it is mind. A lot of it is the expectations that they should have done this with me. No, nobody should have done with you anything. It happened the way it happened. That's memory. Memory is what keeps us stuck too. Remember, the mind is working so fast, faster than the speed of light, faster than the speed of light, because we've been programmed. Like the first 7 years of your life have been programmed this way, so you're functioning this for so long. But remember, you have a hard drive. You can always type in. You have a keyboard, and you can always type in what you want in it, how you want to maintain, how you want to manage yourself in harmony. That's it. Everybody wants to be in harmony. The existential reality. That's the existential reality of life. So those are some of the talks that happen here. Like we have talks in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. We cook for one another. We clean. We do our daily chores. Nobody fights over, oh, you didn't clean. We clean for each other. Like nobody fights like, oh, you cleaned yesterday, I have to clean today. No. It kind of is working in sync. Why? Because everybody is managing themselves. We're here for the same cause. So we're not here to create any more problems. Because there's really no problems unless you create them. And they come from the mind. Hello, hello. So I'm talking about my experience in India. I came here, it's going to be 5 months at the end of the month. I came here June 1st. December 31st was my first day here. I met my friends through Clubhouse. It's an app online. I met them in 2021. The guy was speaking to me. Sebastian is his name. He was speaking to me directly. And then I got to meet Shafi. He's another guy that's living here. And then Jenny is also here. So it's 4 of us. And we call this place Wonderful Living. Anything that lingers, don't let things linger in your mind, because your body is keeping the score. So it's a done deal. It happened. It's a done deal. Finish on to the next moment and the next moment. Because, or else your body, like the weight that I carry is the memory of the trauma, the memory of the body keeping the score. So now I have that awareness to release that, to let go and dissolve that. And by being associating with other people, you can dissolve anything that are in awareness, that are in the safe vibration as you. It's getting hot up here, but I'm up here because down there it's a little loud because everyone's doing their own thing, but I'm up here in the loft and it's hot. So I'm managing the hot too. So far, what I've told you guys, what do you feel? What do you think? I hope it's resonating, and if not, maybe later on the road, because it took me 3 years to really be like, wow, I can leave everything and just take off to India. And I did. That's exactly how it happened. I mean, I didn't leave everything. It's there. Some things are there. But that's all they are, things that um, we think we possess. We think we possess everything. The ego thinks it possesses everything, that everything is yours and everything is under control, but that's all bullshit. When life is sustaining you, when you know life is sustaining you, there's a greater force other than your ego or the mind that is sustaining you. That's the real life that we all want to live. But I want to introduce you to Sebastian, and he can give you more insight. I think he's done talking. He was talking on the phone. Sebastian! This is everyone enjoying themselves. Sebastian, Shafi, and Jenia. So they're on Clubhouse. That's where I met Sebastian in Clubhouse. And he's in a chat enjoying himself. And the other two. This is our kitchen area. Shafi bro. Shafi there. Who's Jungle Vale? Jungle Valley. Valley. Your friend? He's saying hi, bro. We have a YouTube channel. You guys can check out our videos there. It's called Wonderful Living YouTube channel. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. YouTube channel. Wonderful Living. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.